there's going to be, you have to weigh in how much time is this going to take from me and my family or me and my life, and is it worth it? You have to, and if you can't answer that question, then you probably should step back and reevaluate. Hey, this is going to cost me. And I liked your, bringing in the Lord Jesus into the subject, because he was all in. He was all in. There was no second guessing. There wasn't, I'm going to sleep with you in the tents, and I'm going to eat with you by the fires, and I'm going to go into the cities with you. And that's pretty extreme to today's culture. And then mentorship today is kind of like, you have to get into their personal life in some ways to be able to bring them into the light of what they're called to do or what they're leading. And I think as mentors, we have to get in both areas. So you have to find a balance that doesn't consume you, because once there's a person that has labeled you, hey, you're it, you're my mentor, you have to make sure that you have healthy boundaries, but also your heart has to be in a position to say, hey, it's not me, actually. Let me show you someone else that's actually a better person to follow, and that's the Lord. So making sure it's not about you as the mentor or the teacher or the trainer. It's you guiding them in areas that you grew in, and you can see some stumbling blocks in front of them that you actually stumbled yourself in, and go, I can save you this stumble if you just hold on just a second and let me show you how to go around it.
I love the way you describe that. Now it's got me wondering, can a boss be a mentor?
I believe they can.
Because we encourage most, I don't know that it's written, but certainly growing up in corporate life, you didn't talk about religion, politics, and very little about your personal life. But if you look at military, those elite forces, they trust each other with
their
everything,
life.
Right? And they know the personal stuff. So how do you stay the boss but offer to mentor somebody?
That's tricky, because I'm currently over 30 some people myself in the role that I'm playing with Marketplace Chaplains as an ADO, and I found myself befriending too much, like going too much, and then when it gets to the point of having to make hard calls as the boss, those are kind of gray areas. It's like, wait, I got to take 10 steps backwards now because so that's why I said in the beginning, create some healthy boundaries, where mentorship is about leading people, coming alongside people, not dragging people and having them in your backyard all the time. Like, you have to guide yourself too. You're guiding yourself as you're mentoring someone else, because you can allow yourself to go to some heavy conversations or expect certain expectations from this person that they're not ready to do yet. Because you like a military person was like, get up, George, get up, Sue, get up, run. We're not, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're kind of in that role of get up, dust yourself off, as the board says, let's try again, and so it is a balancing act, even on yourself, monitoring yourself as you mentor other people.
You said something a moment ago about, forget the exact words you used, but mentorship is sacrificial.
It is.
And so if you're mentoring somebody to, for your own, self-enhancement, or for your own self-promotion, or for your own look at me, then it's probably not a healthy situation. If there's not some level of sacrifice, then it may not be true mentorship. How do you, let's say somebody's had this on their heart to be a mentor, in your understanding of that word and that definition of what that looks like, how do they get started? Like, do you just walk up to somebody and go, hey, let me be your mentor? Or
no. What I found recently, and this has only been recent, is when I become more prepared to expand in that area, I've been put in opportunities to just talk with a person, and then I hear the person's story, and then I respond to the story, or I, talk to the story, and the person feels heard, and then I can see this dialogue coming back and forth. We're like, can I call you sometime? Because I really need to process a little bit more. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or can we have lunch sometime and we can talk about this a little bit more and unpack this a little bit more? So as it's evolving in my own life with other people, I'm seeing, I'm not forcing this. Mm-hmm. I'm not promoting me as a coach. I'm not promoting me as a mentor. I'm not promoting me as a call. I'm saying, stop and listen. Mm-hmm. I'm available. It's up to you now. Mm-hmm. And then I've had those people reach back out and say, what you said the other day really rang in my heart or my spirit or whatever that looks like for them. I need to unpack this a little bit more. What would you say about having lunch? Mm-hmm. And then I let it organically grow. Mm-hmm. And the more things we can allow organically to grow, the more real it actually becomes. Instead of, this is my 10 step to this, and this is my 5 steps to this. And when you get to this level, I'm not saying there's not structure behind that that could work. Mm-hmm. And maybe in the future, as we evolve in what that mentorship looks like, that it would become more structured. But in the beginning, it has to become an organic relationship.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of A Leader's Journey podcast. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to our channel.